Welcome back, Chilling Encounters family. You've just tuned into a spooky ride into the unknown. Now, we all know that some stories creep you out, like a shadow in the night. Others, well, they hit you like a fright of finding out that you left your front door unlocked during a lightning storm. And tonight, we've got one of those tales for you. A story about the witching hour. That infamous 3 a.m. when things go bump, thud, and sometimes screech in the night. But hey, before we dive into that, I've got some killer news for you. Pun indeed. We're doing a giveaway of the classic horror flick, Friday the 13th. And all you have to do is subscribe, like, and comment down below your favorite scary movie. Is it Halloween, The Exorcist, or maybe even Sharknado? Because what's scarier than bad CGI sharks, right? Just let us know and we'll do a drawing on, you guessed it, Friday the 13th. One lucky viewer will snag a copy of Friday the 13th. And who knows, maybe you'll be able to host your own mini witching hour marathon. Now, speaking of witching hours, let's get down to business. For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome to Chilling Encounters, where we serve up chills and thrills with a side of, what did I just hear? I'm your host, Big Jim, and I'll be your guide into the spooky, the supernatural, and the downright weird. If you're looking for dad jokes and ghost stories, congrats! You've just hit the paranormal jackpot. Okay, enough chit-chat. Settle in, dim those lights, and if you're one of the brave ones, turn up the volume. It's time to journey into the witching hour. Now, folks, most of us have woken up in 3 a.m. at least once in our lives. Usually to hit the fridge, or if you're like me, question your life decisions while holding a half-eaten sandwich. But for Emma, 3 a.m. just wasn't for midnight snacks. It was when the veil between the living and the dead started to feel more like a drafty curtain in an old house. Open and unsettling.
Emma had always been a skeptic, the type to laugh at horror movies, roll her eyes at haunted house tours, and tell her friends that ghosts were just energy leftovers. But all that changed one night. She had just moved into her new apartment, an old Victorian place that had been converted into flats. The rent was cheap, the place had character, and aside from the occasional creaky floorboard, it seemed perfect. That was until 3 a.m. The first night it happened, she woke up to the sound of soft knocking. At first, she thought it was just a dream, but the knocking grew louder. She sat up, heart racing, thinking someone was at her door. But when she opened it, nothing. The hallway was as quiet as a ghost town. Pun definitely intended. The second night was worse. Again at 3 a.m. she woke up. But this time, it wasn't knocking. It was whispering. Faint, unintelligible murmurs filled the room, like a conversation she wasn't supposed to hear. She turned on her bedside lamp, her heart pounding like a jackhammer. But the light didn't make it better. In fact, it made it worse. In the far corner of her room stood a figure, a tall, shadowy outline that seemed too still, too cold to be human. She tried to scream, but her voice caught in her throat, and just as quickly as it had appeared, the figure dissolved into the shadows, leaving only a faint chill in the air. By the third night, Emma was sleep-deprived and terrified. She stayed up late, hoping to avoid 3 a.m. altogether. But as the clock hit 2:59, her lights flickered. And when the clock struck 3, her phone buzzed. A text message from an unknown number. "I see you." Her heart nearly stopped. Emma grabbed her phone, and with shaking hands, she texted back, "Who is this?" The reply came almost instantly. "Look behind you."
So what's the moral of this story? If you wake up at 3 a.m. and you hear a knock or a whisper, maybe you should just stay in bed and pretend you didn't hear it. Trust me, your curiosity just might lead you into a situation scarier than finding out there's no coffee in the morning. Well, Chilling Encounters family, that's it for tonight's tale of terror. But before you go, remember to like and subscribe and drop your favorite scary movie in the comments below for that Friday the 13th giveaway. Who knows? Maybe you'll win and create your own witching hour at home. And speaking of curiosity, ever wonder what lies beneath the bridge we cross every day? Could there be more than just water and echoes down there? Well, tune in next time to find out. We'll be exploring a tale of a haunted bridge that will make you question what you're stepping over. Trust me, once you've crossed this one, you might just come back transformed. If you make it back at all. Until then, keep your lights on and questions coming, because you never know what might answer back. This is Big Jim, signing off from Chilling Encounters. Sweet dreams, if you dare.